The medical record electronic submission process for healthcare providers. Kepro is the Beneficiary and Family-Centered Care Quality Improvement Organization, also referred to as the BFCC-QIO, for 29 states. BFCC-QIOs perform quality of care reviews when Medicare beneficiaries have complaints about their medical treatment. They also review hospital discharge and skilled service termination appeals for Medicare beneficiaries who feel their care is ending too soon. This video will go over the medical record electronic submission process that started on October 1st, 2020. This process includes both quality of care reviews and hospital discharge and skilled service termination appeals. First, let's look at how this requirement came about. Every year, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, also known as CMS, issues a final rule related to payment in the following year. The CMS 2021 Inpatient Prospective Payment System, also known as IPPS Final Rule, included a requirement that providers must begin to send medical records electronically to the BFCC-QIO, as well as the reimbursement rates to be paid by BFCC-QIO contractors. This rule applies to all provider settings, including short and long-term care acute hospitals, inpatient rehabilitation facilities, skilled nursing facilities, home health agencies, physicians, and all other unnamed providers. How does this affect you as a provider? Before the new CMS rule, providers mailed or faxed medical records to Kepro. Now, records for both quality of care and appeal reviews must be submitted electronically through a method approved by the BFCC-QIO. How will providers send medical records for quality of care cases? Providers will send records through a CMS-managed file transfer website. Detailed information about how to send the records will be included on the medical record request you receive from Kepro. How will providers send medical records for appeals? Providers will now upload medical records through Kepro's portal at www.keproqio.com/portal. You will still receive a faxed medical record request from Kepro with detailed instructions. What happens if providers are not able to send records electronically? Kepro recognizes that some providers may not have the ability to submit records electronically. For that reason, the fax server remains on and Kepro continues to process medical records received via fax. However, Kepro will not be authorized to pay for these faxed medical records without a signed and approved waiver. Providers that are not able to comply with the electronic submission requirement can request a waiver from Kepro. Once a provider gets a waiver, they can receive reimbursement for medical records that are sent by mail or fax. We'll go over reimbursement information later in this video. This is an example of what the waiver request looks like. It is available as an online form at www.keproqio.com/waiver. What is the process for faxing records to Kepro? When you receive a medical record request, the cover sheet will show all the information needed from the medical record for Kepro to complete the review. There is also a barcode on this cover sheet that should be attached to the top of the medical record when it is being faxed back to Kepro. This is an example of what the barcode cover sheet looks like. If more than one set of medical records is faxed, the barcode cover sheet should be the first page in each set of records. If for some reason you did not receive a barcode cover sheet, please call us and ask for one. Our contact information is available at www.keproqio.com. How will medical records be reimbursed? For electronic submission, the reimbursement rate is $3 per patient record. For fax or mail submission, the reimbursement rate is 15 cents per page for requested patient records, plus the cost of first-class postage for mailed photocopies. Remember, if you did not get an approved waiver from Kepro, you will not get reimbursed for the medical record. For more information about the electronic submission process, visit www.keproqio.com/medicalrecords. This page includes information and frequently asked questions about waivers, submission, and reimbursement. If you have further questions about Kepro or any of the content in this video, you can find our contact information on our website, www.keproqio.com.